Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a video for 30 days of sketches, and I did not get to play along for a lot of the days on 30 days of sketches this month. So I went back and decided I was going to do Karen or Kristen Foster, I believe, and this was the day 18 sketch. And so I decided that I was going to put this layout together using that sketch. And that sketch will show up in the corner here in a moment. But yeah, so I am using that sketch there that has the stripes the band of pattern papers sort of on the bottom. So the bottom, middle to almost the bottom of the layout, and then the circular embellishing that goes from the bottom left basically to the top right. I am not going to use circles. I'm going to use hearts. I'm actually using papers from the hip kit. These are from an old kit. I have no idea when. They've been in my stash for a while. But all of these papers are all from the hip kit, and the hearts that I'm going to use were actually from a pattern paper, and I cut them all out, and that's what I'm going to use on this page. So there you see I have my background, and then I have my white cardstock, and then I have a pink that's kind of got a geometric tone on tone, and then a green and white polka dot, and then I just wanted to use the branding strip that was on one of those pattern papers. I can't remember which one, and so I just threw that in there as well, so I have an extra stripe, I guess you could say, in my background. I end up coming in here and using some winter green, I believe is the color, Catherine Pooler ink, and a stamp. And this is just sort of a textural stamp. It's like there's like words and leaves, but basically I just wanted to use it to add some little bit of messy stamping to the background. Now I don't really know why I decided to do this, considering I will tell you that apart from seeing it peek out amongst some of the hearts, you can't even see this. I guess I wasn't thinking that I had forgotten that I was putting all those hearts down, and I was thinking that you would see this a whole lot more. Needless to say, you do not. You really don't see any of the stamping, or very little. You can look in the still photos and you'll see what I mean. But needless to say, I did add it. I did add a few splatters in Distress Oxide Spray in Kitsch Flamingo. I do that off camera. But again, most of that gets covered up. You only see a little tiny bit peeking out here and there. But you can see that I did map my photo with the background. I did cut the center out of that pink cardstock, backed my photo with white cardstock and that pink to bring in the background into my photo. And then you saw I am going to put a doily behind my photo, and I sort of put it on the layout to see where I was going to place it, because obviously my photo is larger and is going to be in a slightly different location than the sketch is showing, and so I really don't need to fill this entire background, even though I am right now. This whole background doesn't need to be filled with hearts, because you're not going to see all those ones that are going to be behind my photo, but I wanted to show you my thought process anyway. My plan is to basically take these hearts and follow that same kind of concept that the circles on the sketch are doing. And so mine are going to mirror that, but only with hearts. And I do really like that. They're very cute. It's hard to see it on camera. I don't think it really picks it up, but it is a grid. The pattern paper was like a grid background, and then it was these hearts on a grid background. So here I am just trying to decide. Before I went to glue everything down, I was thinking I was going to lay out my embellishment clusters, and I was like, well, that makes no sense, because it's going to take I gotta glue all this down before I figure out where I want to place everything. So I did go off camera and I glued everything down. You'll see that I did rough up all the edges of those hearts. I do like that. It really added some nice dimension to my page. And then I also had these, they're kind of like puffy heart stickers. And I took the pink from those and I did add a few in amongst the hearts. So again, it just adds a little bit more interest. And once I had all of that glued down, now I did come back, as you see here, and I am going to play with putting my clusters together. So I have a few, these are basically just labels that I'm putting up here at the top, and then I have a camera flare, and then these florals are from a sticker book. I want to say it was like one of those Happy Planner sticker books. And I put them on white cardstock because they were clear stickers, cut them out, and now I'm using these florals to decorate my page. So I have quite a few of them, and I'm going to layer them up here in my clusters. That little sticker that you see me fussing with there, I think it says "So Lovely," and that is a Pink Fresh sticker. So I'm not using any embellishments from Hip Kit for anything on this page. These are all just bits and pieces that I had sort of laying around my scrap space, and so the papers are the only thing from Hip Kit. Everything else is really just items that I had kind of laying around that were in the greens and pinks that matched the pattern paper colors, and basically that's all I did, was just go through my stash and kind of say I'm going to use these. So my bottom cluster is going to house my title. Now that title was from, I used sticker letters from a Simple Stories sticker book, and it's just so girly. This is a photo of my daughter's bedroom when she was a baby. Her colors were green and pink, and it was very girly. So this was like the hutch that kind of held some little decorative items and then diapers and things in the bottom, and so it was very girly. So that is the title. Here I am just again layering up some some labels and some of those florals. I have a little love puffy sticker that I think was from an Amy Tan collection. I have this little bow, which I think was a Heidi Swap. The camera, I'm not sure where that one came from. And then those little hearts are 49 in Market. So a wide range of items that I kind of am putting together to create my embellishment clusters. But at this point, that is pretty much what the clusters are going to look like. The last thing I'm going to do here is place some enamel dots. I just have two colors of green, basically. I thought I could have added pink, but I looked and there's quite a lot of pink going in, a lot less green. So I picked two colors of green, added those enamel dots, and that's pretty much going to do it for this page. So here are the still photos. And with that, guys, check the description box below for the playlist. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.